Well, hello, it's Christi Friesen, and guess what? We're going to talk about Swellegant, and specifically Swellegant metal coatings. This is what they look like. Doesn't that look delightful? Don't you want to know what's in there? I'm going to tell you. Swellegant is a series of patinas, metal coatings, dyes, some other stuff, but right now we're just going to talk about the metal coatings and all the wonderful things it can do, because once you hear some of the fun stuff, you're going to want to run right out and get some. I know I did. I love the stuff. So what it is 5 different metals, and they are actual pulverized metal suspended in a clear base. So think of it sort of as a clear paint that's loaded with metal powder. And when you put that on things that are not metal, ta-da, they become metal. So whether that be something like a polymer piece that you make, and I've got a few examples down here, and you've coated it with that, or it's a seashell, or you got an acorn out of the woods, or your friend's hand for Halloween, I don't know, but whatever, don't do the hand, but whatever you want to coat, it becomes metal. And the neat thing about this is that it's a flexible coating. So for instance, see these little things that are little flowers, leather flowers, they once upon a time were colored leather flowers. Well, they're coated with Swellegant, and look at, they're movable, bendable. It doesn't flake and chip off. So let's say you're a doll maker or a costume person, or you want to be a Roman centurion at the next party that you go to. Well, you can make your costume out of pleather and whatever and paint it with metal coating, get that brass in there, and bam, doesn't that look great? So it's flexible stuff, which is terrific. It's also outdoor safe. So maybe you had some lovely terracotta little statue and you thought, wouldn't that look good in a bronze color? Well, darn, it would. So we're going to put bronze all over it and add patinas and dyes, which we'll talk about later. But for now, we've got the metal coating, put it outside, perfectly fine to be outdoors in the weather for years and years. That's what it's made for. For jewelry people, not only can you take something that's wood or shell or resin or any number of products, just about everything, and turn it into a metal coating, but you can also take existing metal things and add the Swellegant on top. For example, this is just a little vintage weirdness, and it was in a, kind of a brassy looking thing. I just put a swipe of the silver metal coating on top of the pattern, and now I've got kind of a two-tone, brightened it up, made it kind of fun and fancy. And since I'm down here looking at things, let's take a look at that shell. So remember I told you you can use natural products. It's just a regular shell, but we've got the silver on there. Now these silver, gold, these can just stay as they are, bright and shiny, or you can use other products in the Swellegant line to turn them age, to add color. We'll talk about that later. But the wonderful thing about the metal coatings is that they are super easy to use. If you can hold a paintbrush or put a glove on your finger and trace it around with your little fingertip, you can use it. Your inner child can come out to play, and you can coat metal all over everything. They dry very quickly in the air. They don't need to be heated or anything special. Just put them out in the air, they're done. But they also can take heat. If you're in a hurry, just get your hairdryer and that'll speed that process right up. They're also non-toxic, non-hazardous, soap and water wash up, low to no odor. Doesn't that sound exciting? I mean, how can you not be right now grabbing some and painting everything with it? I know, pretty exciting. So we will talk here at Fire Mountain Gems more about the other products in the Swellegant line, what to do with them, maybe have some little special projects that walk you through the whole process. But I wanted to introduce you to the metal coatings because they are the star of the lineup. They let your whole world become metalicious. It's a little alchemy you can perform right at home and turn lumps of clay into golden brass. All right, so have some fun, browse around, see what else there is to know about Swellegant. I'll meet you back here and we'll have some more chat. But in the meantime, get your appetite up for making your world metal.